And we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do hit the subscribe button. Your subscriptions mean everything to us. Now, we're talking football. We're talking England. We're talking Belgium. We're talking post-match England-Belgium World Cup review. Okay, let's get into this. Now, I think I said in my review or preview to this match, I said that it was a bit of a rubber match, really, because I didn't expect both teams to play their best players. They didn't. But I hear a lot of the commentators said, because I was listening to this via USA rather than ITV. I like to listen to different commentary, hear what the American side, things. You got an English commentator there, but they had a US, and they had Martin O'Neill in the studio as a pundit. Now, personal opinion. The first thing you say is, well, you know what? England were excited when they played Panama and they played Tunisia, but now they play a half-decent side or a decent side, they got beat. But that's the first thing you could say. There you go. I told you England weren't that good. But then the excuses will come out and people will say, you know what? The England side that's out there today is a reserve side. Okay, there's a reserve side. But if we look across the players that were there, I'm sure you'll find players that are there 15, 20, or 30 million pound players. Now, my analysis of things, as a coach, maybe not a football coach, but I'm one who likes to talk a lot about organization, consistency. I like to talk about shape. I also like to talk. I like to see shape. I like to see what I'm practice being put into match play. I like to practice something and see it in match play and see how players react under pressure. Now, in a different sport, but looking today at England and looking at Belgium, this is a Belgian second string side, not the top side, not all their top players. No Lukaku in the side, no Hazard, Eden Hazard in the side. Okay, two big hitters, massive hitters in English football. One playing for Manchester United, the other one playing for Chelsea. Two massive players, two players that could play potentially in any team in the world. I don't think anybody will turn up their nose to Lukaku, and nobody will turn up their nose to Eden Hazard. So this is the sort of quality we're talking about. Now, the first thing I noticed about the Belgian side is their ability to keep possession of the ball. The other thing I noticed is the organisation of the players. Everybody knew where they need to be. The third thing I noticed is that when England had the ball, 8 times out of 10, a guy's running and he's hitting a defender and he's falling on the floor, or he's running, trying to make a break, and he's tripping over, falling on the floor. Danny Rose is one perfect example of that. Most of the time he makes a run, he's falling on the floor or getting bundled over. I mean, maybe I'm being critical here, but Rose is not one of the guys I would have taken to the World Cup. Sterling I would have taken to the World Cup. Rashford for me looks out of form. Having said that, this is where the things I talk about when I talk about England. Rashford had a perfect opportunity to level the game 1-1. Okay, great ball put through. He's there just to put it in the back of the net, just here to there. If he was doing it for Man United, that would have gone in. 9 times out of 10, that ball would have gone in. He sprays it wide, and that's where it really matters. The highest level, can you put the ball in the back of the net when it matters? You're a paid footballer. You're one of the top players in the world. Considered Rashford. You can't put the ball in the back of the net. Now, one guy who has impressed me is Maguire. Didn't know much about him myself. I watch him too much. But I like him. I like the way he's playing defence. I like the way that he takes the ball from defence and can create opportunities from midfield into attack. I like that. I guess Maguire's a guy I like. I looked at Trent Arnold. For me, personally, I didn't see what all the fuss was about over Trent Arnold. I thought it was balls into the box. He put 1 or 2 decent balls into the box. Nothing fantastic. Trent Arnold. A Trippier, I like him as a player. I think I liked him. He seemed more effective in set pieces. Another thing with England and their set pieces, there's like 6 people around deciding what to do with a free kick. And I said, what the hell's going on there? It's like a mother's meeting. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo. He puts the foot down, puts the ball down, bam. This is what I'm going to do. I'm looking. This is what I'm going to do, bam. I'm going to try and put the ball in the back of the net. Look at Zidane, another one. Zidane puts the ball down, looking, bam, goal. Or not, it's going over. But there's that confidence that's there. Loftus-Cheek, I liked what I saw of him. I like what I saw of Loftus-Cheek. He looked like a guy, because I saw him actually pick up the ball and run. And that's what you need at this level. You need to show, even like a spark, pick up the ball and run. Let's see you run at defenders. That's what made John Barnes' goal so great for England all those years ago against Brazil. He picked up the ball and he ran at the defence. Don't expect it to happen. And you see, week in, week out, we talk about these players, how they top players, you know, and I'm not sure how much of a difference Harry Kane would have made. Yes, maybe he would have taken that goal, the opportunity that Rashford had. Is Rashford in form? Big question. Is he in form or not? He looks like a guy who's short of form. But if he's short of form, then surely, you know, Southgate did the right thing to play him today and give him more playing time. But to be honest, if you think about Rashford and look at Sterling, the best way for a guy to get back into form is to play them. So the 2 games you played Sterling for as long as you did, and Sterling's never as good a player as Rashford. Why you play Sterling for so long? I'd have played Rashford to get that forming, get him playing more football, get him playing against Tunisia, get him playing full against Panama. You know what I mean? Why are you playing Sterling? I don't know. So that's another guy. Pickford, I'm not convinced of as a goalkeeper. He's okay, nothing fantastic. Dyer in midfield was Dyer in midfield. People had a lot to say about Jordan Henderson, but I gotta say, I certainly feel more confident with Jordan Henderson in midfield. In terms of creativity, there wasn't that much creativity from England. I liked Loftus-Cheek. And a lot of time, England were chasing, like headless chickens, chasing the ball around the field. I like the way the Belgians were to keep the ball, 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 keep the ball. England, time they have the ball, they're falling on the floor. They're passing the ball to the opposition. This is okay, it's the reserve side, but it was the Belgium's reserve side as well. Just imagine them keeping that ball and then having Hazard in there and Lukaku up front. I think we had problems then. You see, so it's things like that I look at. So people say, are we overreacting? Well, okay. Do you really think, okay, we had Lingard come in. He's a bright spot for England. Kane coming back. Yes. Sterling, really? Do you really think Henderson in midfield? Yes, I think he needs to come back. Do you really think with those 3 or 4 players being back in the side, England would have played that much better against Holland? And let me add this way. If those 3-4 players are put back in the England side, then okay, then Hazard's in the side and Lukaku's in the side as well. They're still holding the ball the way they're holding it. They're still distributing the ball. And the goal that was scored, brilliant goal. This is what England need to have on this side. Guys who will take the ball and try and do something magical with it and not blaze the ball over the bar when they get the opportunity. Put the ball in the back of the net. It's that bit of creativity, that little bit of genius, that little bit of devil, as they call it. That's what's needed to win it for me to win a World Cup. Something out of nothing and not against Panama. You know what I mean? Lingard's goal was good, but I would love to see him do that against someone like Belgium to see, you know what I mean? But time will come. We've got now Colombia to play, and they better get it together, England, and put it together. Everyone will say, well, you know, you're being too hard. We're going to do well against Colombia. Again, you beat Colombia, but really? So we still don't know how good the England side will be. Let's hope England can put it together. They've got an extra day to rest. And let's hope that extra day let's hope that as a calculation where England actually, Southgate made a calculate and said, you know what? I don't know if Southgate's that clever. You might have thought, you know what? We need the extra day. We need the extra day. So for Dele Alli, I don't know. People come up with some weird excuses, but there you go. Dele Alli, I'd like to see Dele Alli playing in form as well. So those are my thoughts. Belgium look a tasty unit, a very tasty unit. Any team that can keep a hold of the ball and can pass the ball around. A lot of people had plenty of things to say about Fellaini. Fellaini's crap. Fellaini's this. Fellaini's that. Well, today, Fellaini looked decent to me. Fellaini looked better to me. He looked better than most of the England players on the side. He looked dangerous in midfield. He looked dangerous when he was in the box. He looked a dangerous player. Vardy, I didn't see much of Vardy for the game. Just saw him falling on the floor. So I didn't see much of Vardy. Rashford looked out of sorts for me. Loftus-Cheek looked good. Gary Cahill, great stop by Gary Cahill, by the way, kicking the ball off the line. I tell you something, he earned his money tonight as a defender. Yeah. So but the bright spot for me, I do like Harry Maguire. I do not like Danny Rose. I'm sorry. I can't stomach Danny Rose at left back. I just don't. I just feel that he's a guy that can get knocked. He might have a bit of pace about him. I just get the impression he's the kind of guy that's going to get knocked off the ball. The kind of guy that is always going to fall over or stumble and fall over all over the place. And the kind of guy I can see the ball being taken off, a team countering, a ball being whipped into the net, whipped across the net, and somebody headering the ball or volleying the ball into the back of the net, and England going down 1-0. I can see that something like that happen with Danny Rose. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough. I don't think Sterling's good enough for England. So that's two players already. And Trent Arnold, I'm sorry. He's young, and because he's young, great. But I didn't think anything great about Trent Arnold. He didn't even think there was no wow factor about Trent Arnold. He didn't do anything to say, yeah, you know what? We should not have been playing him. Welbeck was a bright spot for me. Again, he's come on and try to make something happen. He's one of those kind of guys that I would like to see play a little bit more football. I would rather see Welbeck up front playing for England than Vardy, because he's got that golden touch for England, Welbeck. So you need a little bit of luck in this game. So Welbeck's the kind of guy that will come on and score or get a goal for you. He's done it so many times for England. So I'd like to see a little bit more Welbeck playing football rather than Vardy. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't rate Vardy. I think I'd like to see Welbeck. Something else was going on when Welbeck was there. So just my thoughts on that. But I do like Jamie Vardy. Let's see what people are saying in the room. Colombia match will be interesting if they can bowl that. They bowl that. Claire Linkmore says, "Wagwan England, cool. I knew I couldn't take England seriously until they faced the big fish." There we go. And Colombia will not be easy at all, even without James. There you go. Says Cairo. Adam Scott, Japan was guaranteed route almost to quarterfinal. It's a gamble. Yeah. I like Maguire too and Loftus-Cheek. I would have had them at Arsenal. Yeah, I can see that. Delph hacking the ball around while Wiltshire is set up. Yeah, but hold on. Wiltshire's been told to pack his bags and leave Arsenal, so I'm not sure, to be honest. I'd like to see Chamberlain inside, to be honest. I'd rather Chamberlain, to be honest. One thing Wiltshire would bring is creativity, which England lack. Okay. The car crash, just a matter of when. Could well be on Tuesday. Jojo Shelby over Wiltshire. Okay. I prefer Buckland to Pickford. Too lightweight. Okay. Far too many changes. It just ruined the team's chemistry and confidence. Yeah. It's like FIFA, where you've got 100% confidence or chemistry, and you bring 4 players on, and it goes down to the 45. If I'm honest, England look dreadful. They look absolutely dreadful. They look like a pub side against Belgium. I mean, I set high standards. Why do I set high standards? Because at the end of the day, it's high standards that are going to win a World Cup. BS is not going to win your World Cup. Well, hand of God, put that to one side. But it's going to take brilliance. You know, Argentina versus Portugal, a great game. I'm looking forward to seeing France play. Portugal versus Argentina. That's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to see France. I do like the French side. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Ingram. Hope you're good and everything okay. Could you do a Creed 2 reaction video, please? Yeah, I should do. I will do. Vardy has brought his Keeping Up Appearances DVD. Keep getting on. Fulani is a midfield Brazil. He's good at the ugly stuff. That's what England need. England needs somebody who's ugly. Get in there, do the ugly stuff. Welbeck almost scored. Imagine that. Yeah, there you go. we've gone from Terry Ferdinand, Cole Lampard, Jared Beckham, Rooney, Owen to this bunch. Well, there you go. What I don't understand, if I'm correct, wasn't there a youth side that won a World Cup with England? I'm sure there was, unless I'm dreaming things. But they had a youth side that even won the European Championship as well. So I'm wondering to myself, what the hell happens to this England side? These England sides that are so competitive at under 21 level, or under 23 level, whichever level it is, which are very successful. And I think Southgate actually looked after them. What happens with that generation of players? And then suddenly they get to play for England at the senior side, and they seem to fall apart. Why is that? And answer me another question as well. Why is it that we create these same sort of players that you just know are car crash waiting to happen players? Danny Rose, to me, looks like a car crash waiting to happen. He looks he's got the kind of, I'm sorry, Danny Rose, he's got the kind of face, and he's got the sort of, what they call a thing. He's got that sort of DNA about him. He's the kind of guy that's going to give a penalty away inside the box. The Walker's another one. You know, so I don't know. I just don't trust Danny Welbeck. Not Danny Welbeck. Danny Rose. Sorry, Welbeck. A few of them won the championship. Yeah. Hey Ingram, what did I say on Bo's show? Belgium to sweep past the English, 500 euros in my deep back pocket. LOL face. Yeah. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, the way I see it is this. I would like to see England beat Belgium. I'd like to see that second string team. I'd like to have gone out there, take charge, beat Belgium, or at least get a draw. And you know, get that draw, and then say to ourselves, you know what, we've got a draw. Let's build on that. So the conversation now is, well, I'll put a second team side out, a second team squad out of players that didn't really do anything special. The wonder kid, Rashford, didn't do much. In fact, it seems that every time England go to a big tournament, bottle jobs come out. When they go to a big tournament, players just can't seem to perform. In England, I don't know what the hell it is. There has to be something. Check this out. There has to be a correlation between the rugby team and the football team. And I said this years ago on my own Ingram Jones channel. And when you get a chance, check it out. Ingram Jones, my YouTube channel. Check that out. I've got a lot of interesting stuff there. But I predicted, I saw Southgate coming in as England manager because he was a yes man. But I said, for England to win the World Cup, they've got to rip up the current manual. And what they've got to do is bring World Cup winners into their consultancy team. That they really need to do that. As Dan, you know what I mean? Somebody who's won the World Cup, won it, you know, he knows what it takes. And bring them inside and discuss the way England are playing football and what's the best way for England to play football. A World Cup winner. And don't give me anybody who won the World Cup in 1966. We need somebody who's advanced with the times. And that's what I would do with England. The rugby side have done it. They've gone on to win a World Cup. And more recently, within the last 10 years, they've won a World Cup. The cricket side have gone on and been successful at one-day cricket. They've been the top of the pile for at one-day cricket and at test level. So you've got to ask yourself, why is it the England national side, the football side, the number one damn sport in this country, and we can't get it together? We can't get guys to put the ball in the back of net at big competitions. We can't get guys to take world-class free kicks at competition. You got four guys sitting around, stand around, make a conversation. You got Cahill. Was it Cahill? I'm sure I saw in that bunch Cahill. Well, he ain't taking no free kicks. So what's he talking about? So you had Maguire there. All these guys standing around one guy. I mean, what you doing? What are you all doing? You know, well, you're not in the box. What's going on? I was confused. I didn't understand what was going on. England crumble under pressure. It's a mentality thing. Let's see what people are saying here. Let's see here. Let's see what people say. I only give Rose a pass because he's Jamaican. No, man, no pass. No pass. No pass, man. No pass. No, I'm sorry. No. but he's still a smart. No, 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 no. If I was Jamaican manager, I wouldn't have him inside. Blatantly obvious, England didn't try to win that match. Yeah, it might be blatantly obvious England tried to win the match, but the thing is, even if they didn't try to win the match, there's just something you looked at. I tell you how to best describe England and Belgium as an analogy. England are like when you're trying to get the car started on a very cold that morning, and it's in the winter and it's snowed over and you can't get the engine to start. And then you've got the Belgians driving along the Los Angeles Strip or the Miami Strip, and the sun is out, and they've got the open top Porsche or Ferrari, and you're sitting back and they're relaxing and they're just going, and they've got caught in traffic. That's the difference between England and Belgium in the way they had control of the ball. When they had control of the ball, it was like art, the way they're passing the ball around, moving the ball around. When England had the ball, it was like stop, start, stop, start. Not good, not good. England crumble and pressure. It's a mentality thing. Sack Southgate, get Joachim Low in. Now, I don't think Low will make a difference because I don't think Low can stop the DNA inside these England players. I think it's got to be more than a DNA. And whoever their sports psychologist is for England needs to get sacked. I wish I'd love the opportunity to run the England. I'd get in there and I'd sack the sports psychologist. They're doing a horrible job. Horrible job. There was no pressure on England tonight. They chose not to go for it for a maximum. That was painfully evident. Painfully evident. Well, the thing is, it's painfully evident. But the thing is, even if they didn't try, so when you're having your team talk now and you're sitting down, you're saying, what are you going to say to what you say to the team? So I'm coaching aside. I have to have a team talk. I'm setting the platform for what I expect my team to perform at, the standard. So you've come to the World Cup, you've gone and you've beaten Panama 6-1. You're excited about that. Then you come like a very rocky game against Tunisia, and that was with your best team. Remember, the best team. Okay, and then now you've got beat by Belgium. I mean that as a player, I'm sitting in the dressing room thinking, Can we actually win this World Cup? I mean, we did look even in the same class as them. I mean, the doubts start to come in. The consistency. I would rather England have got a draw in this game. I'd like to see England get a draw. I'd have been happy with that. But the fact that the way they kind of like just fell away like that, it's not good. It's not good. There was actually your side of the bracket is easier road to the final match. Yeah, but I know it's easier. I know that side of the bracket is easier, and I appreciate that. You still got to play some damn good football still. Nah, so no pass. The English are a bunch of piss takers. Ravage my green with no humility. They need to learn how to be more humble. The Premier League is an overinflated, out of control asset bubble. Yeah, it is. What you've got to think about, if you take out all the top players, non-English top players in the Premiership, and took them out of the Premiership and just made it English, all the teams being English only, I'd like to see, just for a minute, how far these English teams would go. No big transfers. No big transfers. No big transfers in Europe. No European managers coming in. Managers they talk about stamping out racism. So managers based on merit. There are at least 6 or 7 managers that are in the English Premiership that get sacked and go round and get sacked and go round to the next job and get sacked and move round. Those managers need to go and get some fresh ideas and some fresh managers in, regardless of the color of their skin, just the content and the character and what they can do to bring some creativity to England, to see who the best managers are in England. Very good to hide behind, your £50 million striker or your 60 million pound midfielder who's not even English. You know, so we don't have a true indication of what the English side can do or the Premiership is about. Now, if an English team or English team made up of basically English players or players born in the UK went on and won the Champions League, we'd get a better idea of what sort of quality players we created. But I think the Premiership is a great place for English players to hide. You know what I mean? I'd like to see more players leave the Premiership and go play in Italy and go and play in Spain. I think I'd love to see that more. England is better. End of story. Right, Azzy. So what do you want me to do for my World Cup post-match reaction? Hi, everybody. This is BWTM Sports. Belgium are better. End of story. Anyway, moving on. England versus Colombia is a toss-up. It is indeed. You know how I know England had no intention of winning that game? They brought Welbeck on instead of Kane. Yeah, that's fair play. That's fair play. But Welbeck needed to run it anyway. What that miss by Rashford, though, I know it was. They tried to win, but they obviously didn't go fortitude to their maximum. That was obvious. With VAR, these matches are so hard to predict. Wouldn't surprise if Colombia won. Oh, okay. All these car flags will be down on Wednesday morning at least. One flew off and hit my windshield. What is it to be? We're coming home. We're coming. England's coming home. We're coming home. We're coming home. We're coming. England's coming home. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Let's see how we do against Colombia, shall we? Let's hope and pray that somehow Southgate can get it together. If England could play as mean as Southgate looked, I think we'd be world beaters. This World Cup missing hooligans. Where's all the fighting we were promised? Oh, don't worry. That will happen either tonight, because England lost, or wait for it, and they're on the plane coming back home. That's when it all kick off. Not yet. Maybe it'll kick off now tonight, because obviously England just got beat. So yeah. Right. I think that's about it. Yes, that's the end of my post-match reaction live. Oh dear, England. If any of you are watching or I'm an England fan, I'm genuinely happy with the result. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not. If any of you got a PS4, by the way, I don't have PlayStation 4 Plus, but if you've got a PS4, add me. It's Bayloric TV 2014. I'm actually playing FIFA, and I've got the Ultimate Team on, and I've got some players together and I'm using England, and I've got Thierry Henry and Mbappe as my Ultimate Team players at the moment. Not bad, quite nice actually. So yeah, that's it. I'm out of here now. Have a great evening. Don't forget to watch the videos we've got on the channel. Earlier this morning we spoke to Jessica McGaskill. That was great. And yeah, got a massive day tomorrow for BWTM. We are going to be taking the channel to new heights. That's as much as I'll say about that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like the video, share the videos. I'm out of here. Good night.